welcome to this class on digital diversity. Please shut off your cell phones, put up the do not disturb sign on the door, and relax. First off, I want you to run your audio setup wizard if you've not done so already. It looks like you both have. Will you please give me a smiley face if you can hear me adequately? All right. Many of us use the internet every day and for research, work, and other things. Sometimes we do not stop to think about how lucky we are. There are many people in other countries that do not have this privilege to use the internet or even a computer. Throughout this lesson, we will talk about digital diversity and explain what it is, how technology has impacted us globally, and how technology has enhanced learning and education. So here's a little icebreaker question. In the year 2013, what do you think was the percentage of people in the world that did not use the internet? So if you could, let me switch the poll tool real quick. All right, you guys should be able to vote now. All right, and the correct answer was C. All right. What does the digital divide mean? There's a gap between the people who can access the internet and its resources and the people who can't. So as you can see here, the population of the world has increased while the people using the internet has decreased. So a lot of this has to do with the developing countries. As you can see, they count for the majority of the percentage of the users that do not have the internet. Users in the developed world, their percentage is a lot higher. Now we're going to go watch this video real quick.
Closing the digital divide and giving kids the tools they need to succeed outside of school. A new partnership was announced between the county's Office of Education and the San Diego Unified School District. The goal? Get internet access to the 23% of local residents that aren't connected.
What we're trying to do is to make sure that every student has access to do their homework, to get access to educational tools, particularly when this new era of Common Core that's coming into, it's going to be critical to have this.
Personally, I look forward to joining my colleague, Supervisor Dave Roberts, in addressing that committee, then getting out of its way while the experts go to work. Sometime next year, we're going to learn from the technology experts about possible approaches to solving this problem.
In the County News Center, this is Andy Tolley.
All right, so that was just a little short video to explain digital divide out there in San Diego. What is digital diversity? Digital diversity is communicating with different types of people, either directly or indirectly. An example I have is from my friend Sarah. She is a special education teacher. While obtaining her education degree, she had to student teach. She chose to student teach in Australia. They have different cultures and norms in Australia. She uses Skype to stay in contact with her kids and see how their studies are going, and also checks in to see what's new in their life. Another example is from The Guardian. Their article explains how Schools use video conferencing, chat rooms, blogging, and other multimedia technologies to communicate with students around the world, learn about different cultures, and build relationships with new and different types of students. What is globalization? Globalization is the interaction between people of different cultures, customs, and countries. Older generations were much more independent and self-sufficient. Now, in our economy, we rely on others to export and import to keep our economy growing. The reason this is important is because we need to communicate with different types of people across the world. I believe that we should start teaching our children and students how to have digital citizenship and to be able to communicate with different types of people around the world, because they are our future and they will have to be able to communicate with people around the world to be successful in the economy in the future. Our economy will only become more advanced. What is cultural understanding? Cultural understanding is being able to work together with different types of people and accept their differences. The picture here describes the different types of greetings in different cultures. In some cultures, they greet you with a kiss on the cheek. Some cultures bow, and for most Americans, a handshake is an acceptable greeting. As I mentioned before, our students will have to be able to work with different types of people throughout school and as they enter the workforce. It is important to understand the differences between cultures. For example, in Italy, if you scratch your chin, Italians perceive that as equivalent to giving the middle finger. What is global awareness? Global awareness is being aware of different countries' cultures and technologies or lack thereof. In this table, you can see the percentage of internet users collected per region collected by the International Telecommunications Union. Each region continues to establish internet users each year, but some places such as Africa are growing at a slower rate due to the amount of developing countries in Africa and lack of technologies and resources. For example, in Peru, their students do not have computers, so their government stepped in to provide a computer per student. These villages have limited or no internet access, so they use computers for things such as drawing shapes. Another example is in Kenya. In this region of the world, it's hard to get books. So Amazon stepped in to provide ebooks for these students. These ebooks can store many books and help students in remote areas of the world to become better readers and receive a better education. After hearing these stories, we must consider ourselves to be very lucky to live in America, where these technologies are a part of our everyday lives. What is social networking? Social networking is connecting with different people throughout the internet, directly or indirectly. Over half of the people in the U.S. have a Facebook account. Facebook has been growing throughout the world. Facebook and other social media sites allow us to make connections with different people worldwide. Another example of social network is LinkedIn. This is more of a business professional network that allows users to grow their networks for their careers. Recruiters can use this to find worthy applicants of potential jobs, and other people can find similar people with similar interests that they might want to enter into a business venture with them. So I got a poll question for you guys. Do you think we need to make use of social networks such as Facebook in K through 12 schools? Terry, if you don't mind, will you respond to this?
Well, I think that, you know, as long as the internet is available to students, but that is the primary issue is availability of the internet to people, and then you have a problem with people who are older like me who really don't want to learn anything new. So those are the two issues I see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that we could use it in K through 12 schools, but it would have to be monitored because some students might be on Facebook whenever they're supposed to be doing classwork. But if we use it to communicate to different students around the world, I think we could build good networks and good relationships. How does this apply to our schools? Some of our own students may come from low-income families and may not have internet access or even own a computer. As we design assignments, we must think about technology barriers to overcome because all of our students might not have equitable access to the equipment needed to complete an assignment. Some of our students may be foreign exchange students, so they might not be be familiar with all the computer terms and lingo that we use. So we must make sure that every student has the necessary computer skills to complete an assignment and make sure that they have equitable access to the equipment needed to complete the assignment. In our schools, we use social networks to talk with students from other schools in different countries. As we learn about other cultures and customs, we can start to piece together everything and start building towards a brighter future for our students. As they grow and develop, these skills and traits will help to develop them into business professionals in whatever career they may choose. And this will help, and they will be able to collaborate with the people around the world to make it a better place. So here's a list of my references. I want to thank you guys for your time today and hope you enjoyed my presentation.